good morning. We'll let Pie out. Let's go let Pie out. Good morning, good morning. Hi, Pie. Daddy's waiting for you. Come on out. Here. There you go, Hobbles. You can pick at that a little bit. Come on, Red. You hungry? You ready for your breakfast? Yeah? All right. Watch out. You want your breakfast? All right, let's go. There you go. Come on, Patty. Eat it up. Dubs. Come on. Come on, Red. You want your food? Here you go. Oh, you hit it with your head. Well, the chicken's gonna have some to clean up here, I guess. Playing cleanup crew out here, huh? Getting all the scraps, licking it clean, huh? Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and hit that bell. Stay alert when we release our new videos. All right guys, we're back at it today up here at the mobile pasture shelter. I finally got the tin roof in. It's a long time coming, but we have it here on site now. I need to cut it down though. We need to cut about a foot strip off of each one of these pieces to go along the front side over here for the overhang. And then the rest of it we're gonna put on top and kind of eyeball it where we want it. Now it'll probably be about 6 to 8 inches overhang on both ends. We could cut it down a little bit smaller. Ideally what I would want is 10-foot pieces to go up here because it is pretty much 10 feet and it would give us a perfect measurement. But since I needed that 1 foot overhang on the front, I opted in to get 12-foot pieces that we would cut the foot off of that and reuse the rest of it for the top. I also have 2 sheets of plastic roofing panel that I'm going to piece in on top somewhere to give us some natural skylight to allow light inside the mobile pasture shelter wherever we move it around. So that's the plan. I did get up here the other day and we finished this off. We finished getting all the sides screwed in and secured, and then I also put the last piece that was missing on the front over here. We got all that taken care of, and you'll see the top up there is all done. So everything's framed in and ready to go. All we're missing now is the roof. I hear you, I hear you. And here's the plastic sheets. We got 2 of these right here. We're going to just kind of, once we cut everything to length, I'm gonna put it all on top, and we're just gonna lay everything out and kind of get a general idea how far we have to overlap each piece and how everything's gonna be laid out before we screw anything down. All right, so the first thing I wanna do, I need to get these, all the roof pieces cut down to size. I need to cut 1 foot off of each one. What we're gonna use for that is, I've got a circular saw, and this is my older saw, and this blade that's on here is old, and all I did is I turned this around so the teeth are going backwards. That way it should cut right through this. I mean, that's the plan at least. Everything that I've read and seen, this should do the job. So I've got a straight edge that's over here that we're going to measure out the 12 inches and then put the straight edge on with some clamps. That way it gives us a guide to slide the circular saw up against for a nice straight edge on here. So first things first, let me get these cut down, and then we're gonna go ahead and start putting them on top and laying them out to try to figure out the design we want. And then once we figure all that out, I have a drill bit that I'm gonna try to drill some pilot holes in some of these, in all the roof pieces, so that we can get the screws in a little easier and get them secured to the roof. So let's get started. Let's get this mounted out, the straight edge that is, and get all these roof pieces cut. All right, so I have all these tin roofing pieces on a pallet underneath here, and the pallet, they're pulled all the way to the end, so they're probably overhanging this pallet by 3-4 inches. What I'm gonna do is just take the top piece, slide it down so that we have plenty of room to put that straight edge on to cut here. So we're gonna measure back 11 inches because 12 inches gives us where we need to go, but on the circular saw, it's 1 inch into the blade, so I gotta subtract that inch, so we gotta go 11 inches. Of course, the geese have to be real loud right now just because I'm trying to talk to you guys. All right, so I just got a general mark on both sides and put the straight edge across. And we're gonna use these clamps here. Put them on here and tighten them down. All right, I wanna make sure these are nice and tight so that this board don't move or the straight edge don't move. But before we get it too tight, let's measure this. 11 inches. 11. Here we go. All right. All right, now we got the straight edge on. Definitely want to use some safety goggles for this. Don't want those little metal shards, splinters to get in my eyes. So safety first for this for sure. And then hearing protection. I just have my earbuds here. So I'm going to put these in because they cancel out sound. And that'll allow me to dampen the sound out when I go to cut this. So the saw blade is turned backwards. I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna run this along that straight edge, trying to hold the straight edge up on this side. Now ideally I'd probably have something on the other side of this board, on the other side of the roofing here. Let me put this down. Ideally I would have something on the back side of this right here just to keep it from falling down. But since I'm going one piece at a time and it's not too bad, I'll just kind of keep pressure and try to hold this straight edge up so that we can get it cut across. So let's go ahead and get this cut and see how it turns out. All right, and so this is what we got, this end piece here. It's gonna be 12 inches long. It's exactly what I need to put on the front. So this will be right on the front. I'm gonna go set this over there, move this piece that's cut around the side, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut the rest of these real quick down to size, and then we'll get them laid up on top. There we go. All right, this is the last piece here that I cut. Now I'm just going to start taking all these pieces, put them on the roof. Let's see. I want to put that clear sheet over here in the opening. Let's see. All right, so up here I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Is I want to put this clear sheet, gives us a little sunlight, natural, what do you call it, skylight, I guess, but lean-to style. And I'm going to put this piece underneath. I'm just trying to eyeball it and guesstimate how far I have to overlap, because this is going to overlap this. We're going to screw down in tight here, and this is going to have to go underneath over here as well. But I'm thinking I'm going to go 2 deep, meaning 2 ridges. And if I go 2 ridges deep there, that'll give us these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ridges visible here for light. And then we'll do the same thing equivalent over there somewhere. We have the tin that we have here, the roof is going to be longer than what we need. So I'm going to have to overlap some of these to kind of narrow it up a little bit. So the biggest thing is getting the first piece on the edge, and then getting the clear one where it needs to go. And then I might go over on that edge, do the clear one and the first piece on that edge, and then work our way in the middle. That way we know how far to overlap in the middle, and hopefully it all lines up here. How does that look? Just have to straighten them out and get the ends flush on the bottom. And then we'll be good. We'll have to get the screws and run them down through here. All right. Cool. So I got them all stacked over here, got the edges as flush as possible, and we're just going to measure up now. I know it's going to be 12 inches from the bottom into the center of the 2x4, so I'm going to start by hitting a 12-inch mark, and then I know that the boards that go across the roof are 2 foot on center, so I can go 2 foot from the center here, which is 12, which is going to put you right at 3 feet. So I can go 3, 5, 7, 9, and then we need to go down, I believe it was 7.5 inches to the first 2x4 down there. So it's going to put us right in here. There we go. They were right on center all the way down that way. All right, so we just gotta do 7.5 down from this angle, which is the top part, and then start at the other end that's flushed up. Go up 12 and then every 2 feet, so odds 3, 5, 7, 9. So I'm gonna repeat that. I'm gonna put one here. We'll probably put a screw here. Yeah, we'll do one in each, so 4 per measurement. So 4 here, 4 here, 4 here, and so on all the way down. Perfect. Now we can get the drill and drill over the holes. That should be it. I went ahead and drilled all the pilot holes in the 1 foot overhang pieces here, and I think I'm going to want to put these on first because there's going to be an overhang of the bigger roof on top of these. So I want to go ahead and start on this end, and I'm going to start putting up these 1 foot piece and get this front overhang done first. That way we can move on to the bigger pieces on the main part on top there, and it'll tie it all up nicely. So let's go ahead and get these put up. Oh, and I'm using these leftover screws. You see here, they're green, but these are leftover from when we did the old greenhouse up front. I've got a whole new bag of these and this little bit left here, so I'm gonna run through these and use these up. Hopefully we'll have enough to do the whole roof. right, guys, that's it. We got the roof on. Feels good to finally get all that secured up there. So as you see, we have a skylight in the middle here and over on that side. So I put 2 of them on, and I did the front the same. So I matched that 1-foot overhang. So there's light coming in that side as well. And of course it's open on the top back there for breeze and air and whatnot to come in and out. This is just a mobile shelter to pull around. So I have to figure out how we're going to tow it with the tractor. I'm thinking I have a couple eye bolts that I might be able to put down there in a 6x6 and hook the chains up, back the tractor up to it here, and use the 3-point in the back to pull up just to get it off the ground, this side at least, off the ground a couple inches, and then we're going to drag it. My goal is, when we go to move it for the first time here, I want to drag it right up here in front of the barn. We're just going to pull it up and turn it sideways so that the opening over there is facing the barn. That way when we come up to do chores, it'll be right here and accessible to put hay and minerals and whatnot in for the cows, because we are going to, now that this mobile pasture shelter is completed, we do need to get up here and start fencing in this field, the front field here, which will be the front pasture, so that we can get the cows here in the next couple weeks rotated out here and start grazing. So that's the plan. All right, guys, well, I appreciate everyone following to the end of today's video. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button down below. It means a lot to us here at Ferko Family Farm. Well, the geese are back and they're being noisy. It feels good to get the roof in, this thing all secured up, ready to move around. The mobile pasture is set to go. We just gotta get some chains and move it whenever we get the front pasture set in. So that's gonna be the next thing on our list. We'll have to get out here on the next nice day when we get a chance. But again, appreciate everyone following. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and share our videos. Until next time, guys, we'll see you later.